today. I am your boy Karma Armor on Twitch, my gaming tag, and I am your man True Armor on YouTube. And here on Apps, I'm just True Armor. So we are gonna kick this thing off again. I'm following the news. Is it full screen? No, we want to close this. I did it. I'm about to take a victory lap. All right, so what a day it has been, and I'm only 4 minutes late. I would have been here sooner, but I was watching a Dungeons and Dragons adventure, and I sort of got caught up in the climax of the story. I still got 7 minutes to go, but I didn't want to be 7 minutes later. I mean, come on, man. What are we doing here? Face is too far away. Come on. There you go. Oop. I need a screen for that, right? Quite frankly. Oh, everything is a mess on this table. So we had a good conversation this morning. I made some promises of what was gonna happen this weekend. Some arts and crafts stuff, some finger exercise stuff, and I sort of forgot it. $30 milligrams per gummy. I gotta tell you, today is the first day of legalized. These are gummy bears. Legalized marijuana here in the great state of Virginia. Yeah. And I gotta tell you, I don't see anything different. I don't see anybody leaning to the side as they slide down the street. I don't see any mamas abandoning their kids. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I expect a full mayhem and chaos, absolute ridiculousness, dogs and cats sleeping together. You know, that's not something. It's living together. Dogs and cats living together, right? So this is what happens on this part of the galaxy. People are ridiculous. Oh man, let's cut this. Do I want to cut that on? I don't want to cut that on yet. So where's my, here it is. So let's start with a little current events. This is not my political show, but man, I'm about to start my political show tomorrow. Thursday is due Thursday. So yeah, I think there's going to be a 13 minutes tomorrow, and it's likely going to be on the Trump indictment, which is a joke, by the way. All this, they arrested this guy, and it's tax fraud and all this stuff, and it sounds bad in the head. Oh, tax fraud. What kind of tax fraud? Payroll taxes on a couple of guys. I mean, it's like, are you serious? You said there was a criminal empire. What happened to that? You know, I mean, it's the equivalent of you getting audited. You getting audited doesn't mean that you're a financial, like a Bernie Madoff, like, you know what I mean? And I think they hyped you up to get this election, and they did it, and now they're sitting there, with nothing to show for it. Nobody's watching these news channels. The rays are in the toilet, right? They kept telling you doom and gloom and fear. Yeah, man, I don't know. I think the whole thing is, I'm a supporter of Trump not because of his policies, but I like the fact that, like I said earlier this morning, he took it to these people who've been there forever, and he wiped the floor with 13 Democrats, 13 Republicans, and like 10 Democrats, right? Career politicians, And yeah, so of course he wasn't a politician, so he wasn't diplomatic. But we look back on Teddy Roosevelt; he wasn't diplomatic, right? Man, the people who are running this system are running it into the ground, and they've got a lock on it. Another thing, I mean, the Manhattan District Attorney who did all this Trump investigation shit also won't look into this woman who put the Central Park Five in jail. He decided there won't be a review. Just like that. Nah, won't be a review. One of the people who put those kids in jail is still on the DA's office working with him. How can he make this decision? Man, whatever. The whole thing is ridiculous. This is why we're here playing guitar, because I'm telling you, politics fucking make me crazy. Woo-wee! So let me tell you about my day. It was hot and uneventful. Yeah, that was it. I mean, like I said, oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Let's put you to work. So, I mean, I really love that this circle slowly disappears. It's quite an amazing thing to zen out to sometimes. I just wish you could change the backgrounds. You know, not nothing too harsh. Maybe like a over a picture of like a sunset or night over the desert, or something quiet and small. Maybe a guy walking slowly across for the 20 minutes or however long you have it. But that's asking a lot from billionaires. Yeah, man, it was a day. I was losing my mind and listening to politics and listen to how people in charge, the reporters, explain what's going on to me like I'm an idiot. Like I'm like, how many people do they think don't know what the fuck is going on? I think they excuse my language. I really do think that they think the average American is an idiot. Yeah. All right. Hold it. Hold it. Oh, that's too far. Hold on. All right, we got now we're too high. Ah, good lord. Come on, man. I feel like I'm gonna fall to my death from this height. All right. All right. I think that's good enough. Cha 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 cha. So today is the first day of legalized weed here, and like I said at the start of the show in Virginia, some of the laws are kooky. So, for instance, instead of following good policy that's been being legalized around the country for at least the last 10, 15 years, right? Seeing where it works best and coming up, leave it to Virginia to fuck itself up, right? So, first of all, you can have up to an ounce on you. An ounce is a huge amount of weed. But I get it. Like I might be going to a party and we're gonna roll joints. I get it. But you can have up to a pound in your house, which is look. Listen, if you have a pound of weed in your house, you need to get a fucking job or see somebody. I mean, I'm a fan of weed, but come on, man. All these people called in. What about the children? I was like, you don't give a fuck about the children when people are drinking all these guns. No one ever bring up the children, right? It's all this stuff about what about my rights? It's like don't smoke it. It's like it's some of the complaints are so there's a spider. Some of the complaints are so ridiculous. And they're just harking back to I'm afraid of stuff and I want my way. You know, we're gonna do spiders because we haven't been doing spiders. So what are we doing? I made some promises this morning and I did not do them. So what we have another scratch book down here. We need a log book for the wild promises I'm making. I remember the arts and crafts stuff. I think the last one was because sometimes I forget. Like I said, today I've been up since about 5 o'clock. I took a nap yesterday. I felt refreshed. Today I rode through it. Today I actually had Chinese food. This is the third time I had Chinese food since this pandemic began. Gotta tell you, I really don't miss it. Yeah. Could have got soul food. Should have got soul food. Where am I? What am I doing? What am I doing? It feels dark in here. It's better, I guess. Now that feels bright on that side of the room. All right, we're gonna cut this one out. So yeah, I mean it looks good on TV, but it's dark in here. Everybody's paranoid. Everybody wants to control what everyone else is doing. Meanwhile, like I said before, China is eating our lunch, buying up all of Africa. Don't tell anybody, but I really do think this virus was made in a lab. But don't tell anybody that. That's just what I believe. Just my opinion as an American. Um, people mucking around. That's what I believe. But that's just my opinion. You know, you should listen to the doctors and the scientists. Don't listen to me. I'm a itinerant. No, I'm not itinerant. Itinerant means traveling around. Um, Jesus was itinerant. I'm not judging. Not judging. Uh, who did someone say? That doesn't matter. They bind up Africa. They're eating our lunch. We owe them money, and people are talking smoke. You need $4.5 trillion for the infrastructure. Got a trillion. People are talking ridiculous. Biden goes down to Miami to meet with these people of this building collapse. What? Why? What is he going to do? Is he going to promise you something? We're going to look into it. It's like, man, does America do anything other than, wage war against each other? Quite frankly. Whew. So it is an interesting day. I would really like to find a. Yeah, I need to write. That's what we know this now. We know these chords, how the chords work down the. All right, maybe we'll do that too. All right. Cha 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 cha. I'm sort of just. I told you my opinion about Bill Cosby yesterday. It's not. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not popular. It isn't popular, and I accept that. But at the same time, you know, there's a lot of goofiness going on in that Hollywood town with people's weird sexual proclivities. I don't know what to call it, but I think we look at it out here with the shock and awe of the commoner, right? But behind those giant walls of those $1 trillion houses, I mean, didn't fucking wasn't it? I'm sorry, didn't Schwarzenegger get his maid pregnant? How sleazy is that, right? And for all you know, it was a love affair, or for all you know, it was a dark encounter. They were like, "Yeah, I just gave you $20 million. Don't worry about it," right? You never know. But the first people who get to you are the media people. And the media isn't about telling you the story. The media is about telling you the media is not about telling you the truth. They're about telling you a story, right? So I'll give you an example. If I save the president and I jump in the way of a bullet, I'm a hero. The media covers it, right? I'm a media darling, right? Uh, Same thing. If I shot, right, the media covers it. I'm like a media scorner, but they're still going to sell the same amount of papers, right? So they don't care. The people who care are the president and the security, and all those people care. But the media is like, we're going to sell papers or media clicks or whatever, and this is why media viewership is down, because you don't get the truth. You get us against them stories all the time. Or when it's slow us against them stories, you get stories about people who are trying to sell you a book. So they're essentially commercials on TV, in the middle of the news, right? Everyone telling you this is all in the, let's call it the alpha markets, right? Like New York and LA are making millions to sit there and tell you this. The local news guys. So I just wonder what the people down here. I can't stop saying down here like I'm visiting. Here make the evening news anchors, because I tell you the evening news here is mostly about other places. The local news is about paranoia, right? And then it's about other places. It's about New York and it's about California. Those are the fun stories. But I'm like, wow, there's this. The whole media whole thing is just kind of. It's not good. I mean, look up the media ratings. MSNBC is taking a hit. Some of these I heard, like Brian Selfs on CNN. I don't watch CNN. Show's taking a hit. I heard, did have to have another guy over there who Jake Tapper, his show is down 75%, right? You preach war, and people are like, eh. And then after the war, which was essentially the election, people are like, oh, calm down because you're not preaching war anymore. Now you're trying to keep it going by Trump trials, but people are just kind of like, oh, whatever, man. I'm tired, the pandemic or the weird news. I just want to get away from TV, right? But there's a lot of also, you got the full of crap. So we'll see what happens. What a morning I had. I was so sick this morning. Not really sick, just sort of groggy and messed up because I streamed for like 4.5 hours yesterday. The 7 o'clock show ended at like 11:30. And I sipped, right? Sipping as I played and sipped as I played. I woke up this morning. I was just not I was obviously myself, but I was not feeling myself. So, I keep saying to myself, you are not as young as you used to be. You keep playing these stupid games and you will get what you get. That is not what you want. So, I am a blues man, right? To do that, I have to actually do the work. So we're going to do the work. We've noticed some stuff. Wrong with our technique. We've toyed with the idea of getting a teacher because some of the basic stuff of like, oh, okay, I can actually get rid of this because that's me in the chat from 24 hours ago. You know what? We're going to leave that edit, delete. Yeah, see? So I thought I presented it on screen. Let's see what happens. Let's see what that looks like. Presenting. Well, we'll see. There's my comment. Okay, that's how that works. All right, so I put this up yesterday. Now I'm wondering if it'll be the latest thing in the feed because I put it up yesterday morning and I mislabeled it and I had to edit something. You don't really care about this, do you? All right, so we got stuff to do this weekend. Did I miss the whole dang thing? I totally did. We've got plans this weekend. We got to find a nice blues riff, right? There's something to play around with while we're sitting watching, your soap operas or whatever you watch there. Sorry. We talked about reading the Canterbury Tales, which we can totally read because it's about 700 years old. And I don't think anybody is going to sue us. Whereas anything else we read could be a friggin' problem. We read some of it yesterday. When was this actually written? I actually don't even know if this book might not even be full. Well, the cover's on the. Yeah. We're not going to read. This book is 1 trillion years old. I was taught as a child never to destroy books, never bend the ears. Like it still is messed with me. And I'm one of those people who I see burning books and I go, oh, like there's not 10 million of them, but I'm just so conditioned that way. And I don't throw away books. So in New York, after I got finished with a book, I would leave it on the subway for whoever wanted the book, right? That's it. The ones I liked, I kept. The ones that were fun reads. But that's the way it was. Someone turned me on to Terry Pratchett like 20 years ago. And it's just one of my favorite things in the world. Just a random conversation with this dude. It's goofy not science fiction. It's sort of Dungeons and Dragons-esque. Wizards and warlocks. It's so funny. They've made like 6 of his books movies, and no one ever does them. I mean, they're good, but no one ever does them real justice. someone needs to throw real hard money and like some Spielberg talent behind these Terry Pratchett books because they are amazing. And they're so funny. There's one called The Press where a guy goes to like think of it as like Robin Hood England, right? And he opened up a printing press. And there's magic in the world and all this stuff. And he's telling people's business like in the printing press. And they try to burn it down. It's a commentary on a lot of stuff, but it's so funny. It's so funny. Hold on, wait. I think I have a book over here. No, here it is. I thought it was called The Press. It's not. Oh, that's bad. Let's put this up. I thought it was called The Press. It's not called The Press. It's called The Truth. Right? So I'm just going to read you the back cover. I would love to read you this, but a million lawyers will crawl up my ass because they own everything everybody ever makes. I'm really beginning to not feel lawyers. I feel lawyers keep problems around. In the old days, it was dictators and kings. Now it's fucking lawyers and weird wording. I hope you know when to protect your family. Nothing short of magical. Terry Pratchett scores again, the Chicago Tribune. And unmitigated delight and very, very funny, the Times of London. A funny story, only a little stranger than a Florida election, the Denver Post. The denizens of Ankh-Morpork fancy, they've seen just about everything. But then comes Ankh-Morpork Times. Struggling scribe William DeWords, upper crust newsletter turned Discworld's first paper of record. An ethical journalist, DeWord has proclivities for investigating stories. A nasty habit that soon creates powerful enemies eager to stop his presses. And what better way to start the Inquirer? A titillating, well, what else would it be? Tabloid that conveniently interchanges what's real for what sells. It's so funny. So imagine like this guy opened up a printing press in like medieval England and says all this stuff about the king and who's dating who, and but it's not. I mean, obviously, in the real world, it'd be like violence and stupid, it'd be Game of Thrones nonsense. But this is just stop reading all that dark shit. Read this. You will giggle your head off through the whole book, and you know what? You can read this in what 4 hours, right? If you read on the subway every. Ooh, what is this that I have in here? It's a oh my god, this got somebody's phone number on it. Everybody's phone number is the same now. But we'll just I'm gonna cover the phone number. I'm gonna cover the phone. I'm gonna cover the phone number. Sure to you. It was an invite to a party. I see. So yeah. I vaguely remember the party. I'm not calling these people. I mean, it's easily a 25-year-old phone number. And if I did and we rekindled our relationship, we could go on Oprah. Oh, that's awesome. Do I want to read you a best-selling sensation in America around the globe? Terry Pratchett's profoundly irrelevant novels are consistently number one bestsellers in England and have been translated into 27 languages. I mean, he built his world. His world is the Discworld, and the major cities like Ankh-Morpork, and he's got like 25 books on this city and these people, and they're all fucking great. And this is before people discover that you can build your own world, and then people look back at people who just told stories about a place they invented, and oh, that's world building, right? Oh, Marvel is world building. There's all this. So then DC began to sort of like get its act together, because like someone said, they always tell the same story with Superman. 9 Superman movies, they all have a plane crash in them. Just kind of like, yeah, we get it. He saves planes. I know that I've seen this scene. It's like Spider-Man. Every Spider-Man movie, there's a train scene, right? Is it a train scene? Yeah, I think it's a train scene. The Truth. Books by Terry Pratchett, The Carpet People, The Dark Side of the Sun, Strata versus Tucker, Diggers versus Wings, Only You Can Save Mankind, Johnny and the Dead, Johnny and the Bomb. The Discworld series. The Color of Magic is my favorite. The Life Intact is pretty good too. Equal Rights, Mort Sorcery, The Weird Sisters, YRD, The Weird Sisters, Pyramid, Guards, about the like the town, like the police squad, like the garrison. It tells stories about the people who work at the garrison, and that story is ridiculously goofy and funny, right? One guy's like been around, he's jaded. Another guy is brand new. One guy is dumb, but he's giant and big, but good-hearted. So it's how they try and police the city of Ankh-Morpork during like a crisis. It's just, God, man, I wish you could have. People don't read enough. I did not see Moving Pictures. I did not read Reaper Man, Witches Abroad. I didn't read that. Men at Arms. No, wait. Men at Arms is the one I'm talking about. What is Guards? Soul Music, didn't read the Interesting Times. Feet of Clay, Hogfather. They made a movie out of that. Hogfather is essentially the fifth elephant. Hogfather is essentially sort of their god / Santa Claus, right? He comes through. He's sort of like, actually, now that I think about it, Futurama had this character where Santa Claus was like the sinister character. That's more like the Hogfather. But I mean, some of these movies are on Netflix. I watched a few movies on Netflix about not a couple of days ago, like a couple of weeks ago. I want to say about 5 weeks ago. I watched the one about a tourist. It was a miniseries. It was like 6 of them, 2 hours, 45 minutes a piece, maybe an hour, 45 minutes. Man, I got to tell you, it was hot all day. I have not picked up the guitar yet, have I? I am just sweating up a storm. It is hot in here. What happened was, real quick. The rest of the place was air conditioned. I had this door closed and the windows open, and I just closed them like 40 minutes ago. Not even 40 minutes ago. What time is it now? 7:30. I think I closed them. Yeah, about 40 minutes ago. 10 to. So I'm still a little warm. Whew. Hi, go Vault. All right, here we go. What are we doing? What is this? Did this fall out of that book too? Sunglass Hut. Yeah, this fell out of that book too. This is a Sunglass Hut receipt from Australia. Liverpool. Sunglass Hut. All right. I guess it's let me put that in the trash. What are we doing here? We are sweating profusely. I was going to change my shirt, but I keep tossing this. All right. So what are we doing? I don't know. What are we doing? We're supposed to practice standing up, aren't we? I have not. Is it possible that sometimes we just not play? And if we do not play, how many days can that be a week? Because if you're not careful, this will become a podcast and not a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it is what it is, baby bubba. It is what it is. All right. We talked about a good book that you guys should investigate. We talked about Chaucer, Geoffrey with a G, for God's sakes. What is wrong with the British? What's wrong with you, British people? Um, Geoffr, Jeffrey. You know, you know. what one of my favorite things about this country is that after like the country was founded and it split from Britain, people started writing an American dictionary, and the first thing they did was kick the O out of all these words, like flower, not flower, or like color, and what are the other ones that they put a U in? Colour, and we just spell it COLOR. So they ran through like it got rid of like or changed the spelling of all these things. Jeffrey might be one of them because that's more like Joffrey, right? There was a famous actor, the Seven Up Cool, that guy. He was also a James Bond villain. I think he was a dancer, but he was Caribbean, and the Caribbean is essentially run by the British. So it would make sense that their Jeffreys would be G's and our Jeffreys would be Epstein in prison. Get it? So yeah, there you go. Mm-mm-mm. What are we doing? Well, we know what we're doing. Oh my God, it's Thursday. What's the weather? Oh. Man, I gotta tell you, we have screwed up our terrarium. We really have. That is not right. Watching a ton of guitar videos. My fingers are killing me. It's 86 degrees. Okay, where's the rest of the weather? Maybe I have to shut. Oh, there you go. It's still 93 degrees. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, there you have it. The coolest going to be tonight. The coolest is going to be tonight. It's 80 at midnight. So yeah, I guess we're not opening up windows. I gotta tell you, getting old is a thing. The heat used to never bother me. Actually, that's not true. I remember as a really, really young boy, the heat bothering me. But the heat bothers small children and old people, right? So there's a window that you're in. I always have to give this conversation to people. We're not all the same sturdy. Do you know in global pandemics, the first people who do that, the first to begin dying are the old, the super young, like old, like people, let's say 65 and older, right? Um, the young, children who are about 7 and younger, and women of all ages, because when it gets dark, you have to be sort of formidable. I mean, a lot of guys die, but more women pass away too. It's not. We're not talking about war, right? We're talking like let's say a pandemic, for instance, right? Like something like that. Let's say we all had to walk across a plane, right, and we had to traverse raging torrents and climb precarious peaks, right? All these things happen. So this is why, like the Africans have a saying. It's a part of Africa, but I forget which one. The Africans have a saying: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to, what is it? If you want to get there quickly, go alone. If you want to get there safely, go together. Oh man, now I gotta find it. If you want to get there quickly, go alone. If you want to get there safely, go together. You want to get there quickly, go alone. African proverb mentioned at the DC rally. Really? Is that where I heard it? No, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. That I would have heard it at an African at a DNC rally when Obama was running for office. He was born in Kenya, I'm just playing. Stop it. You gotta have a sense of humor. Don't lose your Hassenpfeffer. All right. Dude was born in Chicago. Calm down. Oh my goodness. I'm sort of sorry that I said it. Why am I always fucking with people? I'm always fucking with people. So it's funny, on the first day of legalized weed here in Virginia, yeah, I got no weed. It is what it is, man. But I told myself a million years ago, I mean, it's a weird way how I started smoking weed. After I retired, after my car accident, I used to have these amazing migraines. I mean, my eye, I think I spoke about them on the show. I would be out for like 3 days. Right. So I'd be out. Hello, Mayberry. So I'd be out for 3 days. I would get up and walk the dog. Like Sydney was great. I had her out so often when I was fine that I could shift her schedule. So I could take her out in the morning and then she wouldn't go out again till like night. Right. Or in my migraines, like if the sun was up, I was not out of the house. So I try and get her out right before rush hour, and then just crash about 4, popping pills, Percocets for these headaches. It was ridiculous. And then, like, my homie was like, yo, man, weed fucking cures migraines and you won't be on chemical crap from labs. And I was like, I'm not trying to mess with weed. He was like, you're retired. You can do whatever you want. And I was like, yeah, that's true, right? And I was a smoker already. I knew I was a smoke. So he got me like 5 joints, right? Smoked the first one. I had the same old panic attacks. Oh my God, my heart is racing. Right? He like, I hate to say it, but like he like sort of walked me to it. It was more your own agita of not having done it. And I used to have done it. I've done it like not a lot, but I did it as a teenager, right? Not a lot because I was a broke teenager who could afford the crap and no one's giving it away, right? So I'd say a handful of times as a teenager, definitely less than 10. I would say about 5, if a little more, maybe a little less. But that versus knocking it out every day. You know what I mean? So after like that, he was like, dude, calm down. You're not having a heart attack, right? Ate a lot of potato chips and walked the dog and played a lot of video games and was like, yeah, I like smoking weed, right? But then I realized my migraine incidents would get farther and farther apart. And now they're gone. I haven't had a migraine in easily 20 years. Easily 20 years. I mean, I still have issues with light. I still always have my sunglasses on me. I don't drive at night just because of my, like, I don't want to say my eyesight is waking, but I have turned the corner and people with eye beams have hit my eye and it felt like someone stuck a needle like in my eye, like just the thinnest, cleanest, longest needle you can possibly, and just kind of like all the way in and all the way out. I was like, oh. So yeah, it was funny, man. Back then, loud music would fuck with my like it would kick off my Ooh, it'd be right back here. I don't, man. Yeah, I totally get why people take medication for headaches. You can't do anything. My eyes will water just from like the light of like the lamp. They had to cut the lamp on, or try and stare at the digital alarm clock. Oh man, it was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. I was like, you got to give me something for this. So yeah, it is what it is. What it is. What it is, isn't it? And that's what it is. Yeah. So if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So we're gonna go far. We're going together. The pasta dish I can make every week. Yeah. I love pasta with like cream sauces. Oh my goodness. So how's everybody doing? Remember, we are gonna do this guitar thing. We seem to be in I'm not gonna say a rut. We seem to be in sort of a 3-day lag. I Actually, that's not true. Like I said, we did fucking 4 hours yesterday. We did a fair amount. We didn't play the guitar straight for 4 hours, and I made a joke about we only played for 20 minutes of them. But yeah, we played a lot more than that because my hand still hurts. So I'm obviously not doing jack bone squat diddly. And we have a plan, right? We're gonna learn a blues riff, right? We're gonna learn that and easy the next week. That way, all the stuff we learned, the G chord, the A chord, the E minor, the E major, the D. Did I miss one? C and the A. Yeah, I missed the A. Right? We're gonna learn how to. We're gonna learn how to strum, and we're gonna learn all this other stuff like what a mode and like how to properly pick. You know, you watch these. Ugh, that's not good. You watch these guitar guys, right? Play guitar on YouTube, and you go, "Wow, look at the freaking talent!" And then you watch other people play guitar on YouTube, and they'll show their compilation. What is wrong with me, speakage? And they'll show you their compilation of their first few days, their first few weeks, right, over the course of a year, and you go, "Ah!" And the more you watch them, you go, "Okay, the average. I'm not the smartest, you know, book in the library, and I'm not the sharpest tool in the drawer, but I'm not the dullest, right? Either. I'm not, you know." So you go, I'll probably fall somewhere in between that, and maybe you'll surprise yourself and be faster than like whoever you're watching. I've watched a lot of them. Well, not a lot of them. I must have watched like 10 of them. Yeah. So if you're of average intelligence and you have discipline, and you watch these people go my guitar practice over the course of a year or 2 years, these guys, that's why I keep saying 9 months, these guys begin to get really, really good, in my opinion, at like this 5, 6, 7 month mark. And I'm like, okay, let's give ourselves 9 months just to give ourselves 2 months sway. And I don't think I'm wrong. There's a lot of songs I love to play. Everlong by the Foo Fighters, I love to play. Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles, I love to play. She Talks to Angels, right? Drops of Jupiter by Train, I love to play that. Yeah, we can just rattle off a whole bunch of great songs that I like, and I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of songs that you like. But what did we do yesterday? Right, it was about plant your finger. You can either plant on the rear fret, and just remember not to muffle any strings, right? Because you're back here. You can see this. All right, you can see where my hand is. You can see all the verses right here, because you're dulling it, right? So we know that. And you watch me try and figure out how loud it was if being back here is better than being back here. Yeah, like over the hold is better. So that's why you need to sort of anchor something. And what else did we learn? We ran over our chords. We know all those chords, right? We just went through them. A, B, C, D, F, G. What? Oh my God, how long have I been up? We went through all the chords, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No, we didn't. C, A, G, E, and C, G, E, D, and A, right? And we know E minor because This is E. Right? This is E minor, right? So it goes E major, E minor. Super cheat, E minor. So that's great. What else do we know? We know that my spider. Okay, everybody just calm down. Let's do that one more time. See, I got it better. So my E minor is right here. We watch me go from the A chord with 3 fingers to the A chord with 2 fingers. It works out. Don't embarrass me. Wait, don't embarrass me. People are watching. Yeah, see? I knew it was going to work that way. I had it all planned out. I'm beginning to realize that I can't have any nails on my left finger. What else did we do? Yeah, so we're going to find a like blues shuffle. I'm about half an inch away from where I need to be. There you go. We're gonna find like a blues shuffle somehow, but I didn't because, like I said, I worked today and I was running around. But I think I'm gonna be in tomorrow. This 45, this 20 minutes or so is absolutely going to be about closer to 20 minutes than or so, because I got to tell you, New York City infrastructure is just better. It's all underground. Here, it's not all underground. So when the wind kicks up and the rainstorms happen and the lightning begins to strike, I lose power. I would say I would first of all, I would never lose power when I lived in Brooklyn, unless it was a massive hurricane. But I lose power here on average of, let's not be disrespectful to the municipality and their electrical grid, but let's say once every 90 days, easily. And in storms, per storm, I say one in 5. So I just cut everything off, so it doesn't go poof, right? And then I go and I watch TV. I don't watch Netflix. I have Netflix on my TV, Amazon on my TV. But normally I watch stuff here. If I watch an Amazon movie, I'll watch it here in this room. And then when I'm in Tucker, I just don't mess with TV as much as I used to. I'm about to swap that TV out and bring it in here and get a 3-camera system set up. Hopefully my boy, a Smooth Panic, will help me. But yeah, so then I'll just do something else because I know if I'm gaming, the whole shit would just go poof and be black. And I'm like, God damn it. And then I'll just be mad that I didn't shut it down. And then re-kicking it over is like, you didn't properly shut down. You lost all this information, yada, yada, yada. Pitter-patter-pooter, whatever. So, I mean, it's supposed to be hot. I told you, I said earlier today, hurricane season. I thought it started in May. It started June 1st, right? June to October. And when I say April, I said April, May, June. Right. I was 3 months off. I said it was 6 months, but I was 3 months off. I was 3 months earlier, and it lasted 3 months. Oh. Man, you think that English was my second language? What am I trying to say here? I said it was in May, so I said it was. I had to write 6 months, but I moved it up 3 months and ended it 3 months earlier, right? So yeah, that makes sense. So, Lord, man, this thing is just. So let's try these spiders, because these spiders are really messing with me. And I'm also having trouble knowing how to position this guitar. And when I do, we had this conversation yesterday. When I do it this way and then I stand up, it's positioned differently, and I kind of lose my fingering. So I guess I need to stop making excuses, right? No matter how you hold the guitar, you should just be able to play it. All right, so I also have metronome issues, so let's turn on the metronome and do at least 20 minutes. Man, that pasta, I gotta turn this thing off because this pasta looks friggin' ridiculous. Ooh, I don't want to look at you either. The Washington Post. Oh. Everybody is insincere. I hate to be the one to break it to you. I hope your day was good. See what happened? It's spiders, man. Maybe I should try them down here instead of way up here. Way down here. Who knows, man? I am so bad at this. I cannot even figure it out. I don't want to move this. I like the idea. It's 7 in the morning, 7 at night. I don't want to move this earlier, so I'm a little more lucid. Should I have coffee? I don't want to have coffee. Oddly enough, coffee does not keep me up, so I could theoretically have coffee. But coffee is for the morning, guys. We have coffee, then we all go to work. Like, hi ho, it's off to work we go. You know, to the mines, people, to the mines. Stop it, calm down. We're all fine. Maybe I should stand up. Cause what yesterday? Yesterday I was exhausted, and then I slowly came around to do this thing. We are here to play guitar. I get that people are tired, but just because you're tired doesn't mean you are not serious. We're obviously serious. I'm waking up early and I'm doing it twice a day and I'm playing my guitar and I'm talking to good people. So we are obviously serious. We are perpetually mining the internet for information. So we're obviously serious. But you cannot discount the effect of just sort of excuse me. Well, the effect of sort of being not semi into it. That's not the right word, but being into it, but not properly rested. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? We want you to be properly rested. I may have to have coffee beforehand, or maybe the night. It's hard to fall asleep standing up. So maybe the night show will be that show that we always talk about where you should play standing up. So yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. We should really be writing some of these things down. Anybody writing any of this down? Anybody keeping a log? Am I going to have to keep a log myself? Come on, people. All right, fine. The night show is now officially about standing up, right? And we also say we have to practice electric more. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Ooh, excuse me. Wee. Wow. You know what? I could get one of those weird what are those things that keep you awake? 5-hour energies. But you know, sometimes just your body is telling you to we're a little sleepy, we're a little punchy. Watch yourself. You know, don't drive as fast as you normally would. Don't paint as fast as you normally would. Don't do X, Y, Z as much, because you're not fully alert, right? Am I? Yeah. Uh that's got to be. I'm sort of working my way through some stuff. I'm not changing the hours, but I'm trying to figure out how to be better alert when I do this at 7 at night. Because again, Okay. Okay. I think I've been up for about 14 and a half hours, right? The average person is good for about that, and then they get 8 hours of sleep, right? So 14 and a half hours puts you in laid back time. You watch TV, you actually no, you would have cooked and done stuff by now. You'd be watching TV or making sweet, sweet love to your entourage of supermodels. Um, and then about to fall asleep. So if this was a regular day and you got up at 8, let's say 7, it would be about 10:30, 11 right now, right? I'm about 3. If I got up at 5:15, I gotta tell you, man, one of the most amazing things to watch is birds. I still love watching clouds and birds. I guess it's a primal thing, right? I mean, even caveman will like watch the clouds and like that's probably where we got religion. Watch the birds and wonder how it was all done. It's an amazing marvel. I don't like to fly though. You can keep your planes. If man were meant to fly, God would be a pilot. I don't know. All right. Whew. All right, it's beginning to cool down in here. Do I want to more light? I think I should have more light, and I think I should stand up. Let's close this one. Sort of dim. We'll bring this one down a little bit. We'll stop this because it's mocking me at this point. That doesn't make me feel better. All right, so I am tuckered, but that's all right. I shall not give up. That did not happen. I'm wide awake. I'm just sort of not groggy, sort of what is groggy? Groggy implies freshly awoken, right? Groggy. I'm sort of I'm foggy. Excuse me. I would say foggy. We also, good lord, man. We also mess with the right vernacular. All right, let's do spiders. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just to strengthen my. I gotta tell you, I'm so bad at this. But that's all right. What do we say every time we're doing these things that we know we're not awesome at, and the world is watching us? Billions upon billions of people are watching us. You know what we do? We know that we won't always be this bad, so they should suck it up while they can. Make as many horrible jokes about us, yada yada yada, this, that, and the other thing. Because one day they're gonna have to look at these old videos to see us make mistakes. Quite frankly, because we are going exactly the direction that we said we were going, right? And that direction is forward, and it should be. Mm, 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 mm. Why can I not stay on the metronome? can stay on the metronome with that. With my foot. I think it has to do with me moving around, and it slows me by a hair, then it slows me by a hair, then it slows me by a hair. Before you know it, like all those hairs add up and I'm like a beat behind. But it's weird. If that's the case, I should be slowed by hair and then slowed by hair and then end up back on beat. Doesn't happen. Let's do the whole record. Come on, man. Dang it. So remember, we don't have to be great right now. We can be great later. I'm also beginning to realize you have to carry a pair of nail clippers, a pair of nail clippers in your gig bag. So bad. Not good at all. Here's the thing. All those videos I told you about where you can watch people play over their course of a year, we're doing this shit live, baby Bubba. In the course of a year, you will be here going, wow, we are better. And there won't be any need to sort of have a best of year-long kind of deal. We got to work on our plucking and our stroking. Oh. All right, stop it. What are we here to do? What are we doing? We're supposed to be playing guitar. No. Every now and then, I get it. We wander off. We do stuff like that. But we really, I mean, come on. We cannot. We're getting it handed to us by spiders. Why can't I do spiders? It's this, and I stay in the car doing it all day, right? It's the precision. It's not only do you do that, but you have to hit a precise spot, right? I mean, we respect the craft, and plus I have to learn how to friggin' strum. What did we have to learn F? What is F again? All right, so because we were gonna do blues, right? Ouch! Come on, man! Good Lord! We were gonna do blues. We said this. We said this earlier. You know what? I'm not. It's not that I'm. Give me a second. Walk it off, baby. You got 15 seconds. The metronome. Can you imagine? I guess there's no heat. Yeah, what are you gonna do? I guess not there. Guess there's no heat. So, what are we doing here? We obviously don't know what we're doing. That's not true. We obviously have learned some things, so we know where we're headed as we explore the right way to go about it, right? But in the meantime, since we are charting our own path and finding our own charting our own path and finding, I was about to say finding our own course, but that's sort of the same thing. We're charting our own path and charting our own path. How's that? Just act like I said something beautiful and poetic and applaud. Oh man, that guy. And the whole point here is to learn music. And I keep saying this every day to remind myself and remind you why we're here, because I will get off on a political rant that, trust me, you do not want to hear. Seriously. Speaking of political rants, I will be back tomorrow with my 13 minutes on a topic, which are always political, always social. It's 13 minutes. 13 minutes or so, but they generally run about 13 to 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. The top's 40 minutes, all right? An hour. I'm like, hour and 15 minutes max. But anyway, that's the point. So it's 13 minutes, probably a couple of minutes more on what I think the world is, right? So maybe you and I are simpatico. We're cosmically linked to some of the things that we think should be fixed. Or maybe we're diametrically opposed, but we both love the guitar. Give me a year, because I'm going to do 1,000 days on other stuff. 1,000 days of learning how to play drums. I don't have no marijuana on the first legal day of marijuana. It's the funniest thing. I think it's the funniest thing. I think it's hysterical, quite frankly. It's like, ooh, what is this? Ooh, what is this? Rainbow? I'm sick of fucking rainbows every place. 300 milligrams. Woo. Oh my God, it's tart. Ugh, it's tasty. I almost said something completely inappropriate. Man, it's tasty like X, but yeah. Ugh. Ugh. Wow, that is tart AF. Wow, give me a second. Good Lord. Oh my God. That is ridiculous. I mean, it's definitely an acquired taste. I gotta tell you, man, this cul-de-sac is ridiculous. It really is sort of ridiculous. Ah, an ice cube. Is there anything kinder than an ice cube? Where you manage to capture the primal essence of water and lock it in its form. And it's angry because water can only be locked in its form when it's freaking cold and unmoving and still. And water likes to run, it likes to race. Water is a horse, right? It likes to move. If water is not moving, it is still, and then it becomes stagnant, and then it becomes putrid, and you can't have that. But water is a universal solvent. No matter what you have on you, water will take it out. Yeah, even you go back to water. Wow, it's amazing. So, where are we? Wow, that was tart AF. What in the world is this? Do not operate heavy machinery on these gummies. Remember that, kids. Well, I know I'm getting older because my eyesight's going. Where's that phone at? Save your tears for another day. All right, here we go. What does that say? That 2.5 magnification on this new iPhone is just, huh. Wow, amazing. So apparently, over the course of the pandemic, my eyesight has shifted a bit. Not totally horrible, It's I'm so good, but I used to be able to like read goofy small stuff, right, with my good eye. Like I always had good vision, and then one eye sort of went shifty after the accident, but my other eye was still like super powerful, and now I just can't. I can barely read text messages. Save your tears for another day. Save your tears for another day. That new version of that song with Ariana Grande, who I don't really like, is perfect. And she does this trill in it. Save. Like this is so good. I was like, wow, she knocked it out on this song. I'm sort of a fan of that Weekend guy. The Weekend. What a name. The Weekend. His name is a band name. It's one guy. I'm gonna start a band. I'm gonna call it the Ginormous Consortium. And it's just gonna be me. I'm starting another band. I'm gonna call it Alone. There's gonna be like 40 people in it. And we're gonna bring back prog rock. Y'all don't even know what prog rock is. That joke is so inside. God, I apologize because it's so inside. Only I got it. Prog rock. All right, not punk rock. Prog rock. It's all good. Prog Rock and $1 billion will get you laid. That's the truth. Good Lord, this stuff is just amazing. I'm gonna have one more. That first experience was, I thought it was a bunch of salt and sugar, and it's just, oh wow, now my eyesight is better. This is not an FDA approved product. You know what? The FDA can go kick rocks. They're wrong a lot. They're all old women. Save your. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. God. Sorry. Mm. Yeah. Wow. That is an acquired taste. Oh, wow. What is it that's weird here, though? What is it that's bizarre? I think it's all the sour salt and the sugar all at once. Wow. It's hard to, sometimes it's hard to place a taste. Ugh. Ugh. Sweet Jesus. Save your tears for another day. I don't know why. I have to somehow figure out how to duplicate what Dougie did with this. This is for guitars. Dope. This is also for guitars. I realize that you're I have to count this table. I realize that it's much too late. You deserve. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to pick up, pick and play that weird, goofy song that I was just singing? Right? That's where we're going to be in like a year. We're going to be, oh, I know that. Because we're going to do some ear training after we get a few more courses. Mind you, we know 7 in a week. Y'all need to stop. We are balling out of control. And we're about to learn the F key. F, I'm going to look it up right here now. Because F is important to the blues. But there's so many of them. I was looking up F's this morning and I was like, huh? F. F. Chord, guys. Come on, help a brother out. I'm online. People are looking at me funny. They think I'm not legitimate. All right. I don't know why. Which one is the first? Because there are a lot of these freaking F's. The F chord starts with your index finger on the first fret and the second string. Then use the middle finger. Okay. First fret, second fret, third string. First fret. First finger. First finger, first fret, second string. Second finger, second fret, third string. Third finger, fourth string, third fret. Fourth finger, fourth, third string, fourth fret. Right. So it's this. You deserve. So what is that? What is that? Oh, that's the 8. Those are both the 8. Okay, fine. Good Lord. All right. So this is an F. Right. 1, it's almost like a A, and then it shifts to here. Ugh, wow. So the blues keys are C, G, F, right? So C, G, F. You just had it. What is F? 1, 2, 3, 4. C and F are very similar. So this is an F, and this is my C. C, right? C, and F is just adding this. That can't be it. This is my C, and this is my F. Where's my F? 1, 2. Hold on. 1. Oh my God! It's not the same. Hold on. Where's my C, E, C? Oh my God! We also forgot to remember the notes. We did like 5 days without doing any of the notes on the. Oh, all right. Oh my God. Oh, we have to come up with a better system because we're forgetting stuff. We wrote. It's been here for like 4 days. We wrote down the. Oh my God. Can you even hear me? Is that we wrote down? Oh Jesus, we wrote down. This is a G. CEC, right? So second fret, right? C is right, but this is the G is open on this. All right, so the G is open on the major C. It's not on the F. All right, I knew there was something going wrong here. Where's that guitar at? Oh, okay. Remember, we're supposed to be learning how to read music, right? And we haven't been. We're. I feel. God dang it, man. All right. So what we're gonna implement. We're gonna get a scratch sheet of what we're gonna do. But what we're gonna implement. F C F C B E A G C F. Right. That's what I wrote over there. G bus Christmas. F, right, F. Right, B E A. Right. F. C F. Right. Okay, that's right. We gotta start the notes in these chords. We have to start remembering, because that's a simpler way to remember all the notes, right? So we just learned 7 chords and no notes. I mean, we're not going to take away from our accomplishment. We learned 7 chords in a week. We know them. We know them cold. We learned last week. We learned the fretboard that we don't know cold, but we're still learning the fretboard. We're giving ourselves doing with the fretboard. But to learn the fretboard slow was also to learn the chords, and to better learn the chords. And to better learn the chords, we want to also learn the notes. And by learning the notes, it brings us back to the fretboard. We know where all the notes on the fretboard are. So when we began like we've done it already. When we begin to play arpeggios, songs, we'll know where that C in the first fret is, or that C on the. Dang it, man! I'm sorry, guys. That C on the 12th, the 12th. It's not the 12th fret. That E on the 12th fret is right. So I mean, I'm sorry. I am. I am. Wow. I feel bad about this. All right, we're gonna sort of tighten this up. First of all, I want to make sure we get this C down, because the C is not the F is not the C. So this is my C. Right. Open E, B. G is open. Fret it, fret it, fret it. All right. That's my C. This is my new F. It's almost similar, but instead of skipping the B, I hold the B second string, and then okay. So wow, we're gonna. Yeah. A, C, okay, I can hear that one. This is gonna be tricky. All right, do we want to do another half? It's 8:30. Do we want to do a half hour of burying this F chord in the deepest recesses of our brain, like we did the rest, so we will know it by tomorrow morning, 7 a.m.? Or do you guys just want to get on with your day and call this one a wrap? I'm not seeing anybody chat. I'm not seeing anything in chat. No one that says anything in chat. Is anybody saying anything in chat? I'm gonna give it another few minutes. No, good. All right, I guess we're doing it. C, A, C, F. And we want to know what's in the F, right? What are the notes in an F? I said I'm gonna clean this whole place up and have another camera up, so that way we can actually have fun and do it, and then maybe I'll get my OBS working. And sometimes when we don't play guitarra, we'll play a video game. All right, so what are the notes in an F chord? Lordy, Lord. It's outrageous. What's going on here? Set your F chord. F chord notes. F chord notes on guitar. Thank y'all. All right. Oh my God, they just showed me something I do not understand. On the guitar, the F tone can be played on the first fret of both the first and sixth strings, the E strings, and also the third fret on the D string. Okay, third fret D string. The F major chord, which forms the root of this scale, is made up of notes F, A, and C, the first, third, and fifth notes of the key of F. F, A, C are the first, third, and fifth notes. Really? So I can look up all chords and then tell me the first, the third, and the fifth, which is still, all right. You know, I might actually need to actually get an actual book. No disrespect to you, little book. You might be my scratch notebook now. Wow. All right. So what are the notes though? Where's the images? So what I just played, why can't you show me the notes of what I just played? Not the finger precision. What I just played is 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So that would be. Do you remember? Where's your pick? Here it is. All right. So this is it. Right. That's not right. Is this right? Is that? I did not just play that. Is that what I just played? I don't think that's what I just played. That is not what I just played. So what the hell is that? It says it's the first fret, and it's not what I just played. All right, you know what? So this is they're saying, but this is no, we're not. This is no, this is wrong. This is F, and we don't hold F. And this one is saying hold both of these at the first fret. The F major 7. Oh my God, is this F major 7? F, G major, right? A major. But those are not at the top of the fret. So, I mean, why are you confusing everybody with a trillion images of this with no clear? All right, so apparently, let's just do this. All right, so this is, you know what? I hate when people mess with me. I feel like this is mess with me. We're gonna go back to this one. All right, so this is our F chord, right? 1, 2, and 2 here, right? So E string is open, right? First string B. So this is B. So this is going to be a C. The next here is G string, second fret. So that's G, E flat. This should be an A, right? Yeah, this is G string. G, G sharp, A. So yeah, so I'm right. This should be an A. This, oh well, no, this is. Oh, should it be this? Oh, wait, be that. Should it be this? Or should it be this? It's this because this finger is longer. So I guess a third finger is on. Hold it, wait. Oh, right. Is on the D string, fourth, third fret. So D, G. Is it G flat? Is that right? I have to cheat now. All right, what am I looking at here? All right, so I said C. I said A, third fret, G string. Yeah, it's A sharp. I said that too in the third fret. Hold on, wait a minute. Excuse me. The A and the D string, third fret. A and D string, third fret. It's C and F. So it's C, F, A, C. C, F, A, C makes the F. See, this, because that's what this is. That's what I'm holding right here. So we should know these notes because later down the fret, it'll be easy to tie a F note to an F chord, right? And you'll be, I can't be absolutely positive, but I think you'll be better able to play by hopping from chord to chord, or from chord to note, or from run a pentatonic on whatever you're in, right? And that's why we're learning the notes. I will absolutely come up with an actual ledger deal, I guess, so we can all, and I'll have a, yeah, man. I feel bad that we were supposed to be doing that and I wasn't. Why wasn't I? Actually, I had Dougie here. I'm not blaming Dougie. I think I sort of got out of my head with Dougie Dugster. He's so awesome. He really is, but man, he is the worst house guest. I mean, he's the worst art critic. He peed on 3 of my paintings. That is just that's hard. That's harsh criticism. What if you met a nice lady and you're like, hey, I've made this painting, and she just peed on it? You'd be like, all right, I see that you feel a certain way about my painting. Feeling a certain way is African American slang for you're in your feelings about it, which is another. Okay, this is C. Oh, come on, come on, come on. This is C, and this is F. Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. We just learned the F chord, people. So now we know 8 chords. We're fucking unstoppable. The world is ours. Um, we're gonna have to practice that. We know it, but it's sloppy. But remember, we practice all these other ones, right? Okay, I'm gonna do that again because I want this to sound better. We practice all these other ones, right? Yeah, almost on it, but okay. A. Good lord, my A. Ever since I switched it out. G, E, D, and we know the E flat. We know this power chord, movable. Right, and now we know the F. We just got to get faster with deploying these weapons of musical Armageddon. I sort of feel good. We got a new chord in here. So the C, right? If I remember this, C, F, and G are blues chords. Boom, 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 ba, boom, ba, boom. Can we do that? I don't even know it. C, C, F. Is it C, F, G, or is it C, G, F? That's right. C, G. I don't know. It's nice. Ooh, stop hitting stuff with this guitar, man. Seriously. I think that's about. Yeah, that's about it. It's a 8:45. About 8:45. We're gonna start the wrap up, which always takes about 10 minutes because, good lord, uh, I don't love the chitter chatter. Oh, so this is about 10 minutes. Let's do that. Um, that was good, right? So we're back on our mission. We're gonna learn one of these cool guitar things just to kind of like humor ourselves and play and annoy our girlfriends every time she asks us to do something. We can whip out our guitar and play some sad blues riff about, oh, my girl's making me do the laundry. Ah, right. Hopefully she'll have a good sense of humor. Man, what chords can we replace that? We don't want to replace it. It's all at the top of the fret too. I would rather see, and we also have to, since we're learning the fret and the Fs show up in other places. This is going to be really good when we lock it all in. And we're on par. Different ways to play an F chord. I want to play. Okay, we want to blues something. We're on our way to that's a D&D campaign I want to watch. We're on our way to musicianship. If that makes sense. 12-bar blues, right? We looked that up earlier, and the 12-bar blues had those 3 notes in it. It had C, G, and F. C, 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 F, F, C, C, G, G, C, C. In the key of C, one basic blues progression, E from below, is as follows. So the most commonly used patterns, see the section variations. C, 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 F, F, C, C, G, G, C, C. What does that mean? Oh my God. 1 1 1 1 4 4 4 1 1 5 4 1 1 1 4 1 1 4 4 1 1 5 4 1 1. Basic jazz blues progression. 1747 flat 40. 07 means undiminished 7, I think. Yeah, and we also want to know what these weird little triangles and so yeah, I know what some of them mean just because I'm reading my brain out about it. But we're gonna start making up sort of posters on actual poster board or some just on papers and so we what I'm gonna do because it's a way to burn it in my brain. 12 Bar Blues. There's an album called that Shuffle Blues, Quick to 4, 7 chord. Wow, man, whew, the amount of stuff I don't know about stuff is incredible. Um, what was it? CCC. Let's turn on the metronome. Actually, I want to hear somebody play this popular music symbols. CCC. Oh, I can hear it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The first one are all the same. Then the two F's. Back to the C. Then you keep. Yeah. All right. I sort of see it because I know the tune. 12 Bar Blues. Just here you go. Ooh. Don't be difficult. Don't be difficult. Come on, you can do it. Another great thing about the guitar is they're all beautiful.
If you're feeling adventurous, pattern 1. Or if you're feeling,
that's pretty good, right? Something small like that would be fun to learn, like in a day.
Get stuck.
Looks simple, but guys who've been doing this forever always make it look simple. 12 Bar Blues progression guitar, 328. 12 Bar Blues progression blues guitar, 12 Bar Blues. There's a straight ton of this stuff out here. A straight friggin' ton. And look at the music. Yeah, man. This is 12 Bar Blues formula. 111 4411 5411 111 4411 5411. So that CCC CCCC GGCC F. What are we doing? CGF, right? CCC GGG. See, but this is different. This is 111 4411. But the shift is the 5411. The other one was 11. The other was CCC GGCC FFCC, right? GFC. Yeah, FFC. Maybe they meant this is a G sharp or something. Roman numeral notation, functional notation. So what's different? Roman numerals, numeral 145, tonic, subdominant, dominant. Tonic, subdominant, dominant. Jeez, my brain is gonna just leak clean out of my head. Come on. Don't be like that. We're gonna get the people. Let's go 10 minutes. So remember, we're gonna learn this blues thing. We're gonna do this, right? And we're gonna learn the notes to them. I'm gonna have a better way in which we can do the musical thing as we fuddle around and stagger our way to greatness, which is what we're doing. So some of you must have played. Some of you probably put it down a while ago. Wow, the setting sun was a beautiful thing. Let's close this. Let's put this here. Put this here. Put this here. Let's take this. And think about what we've done. Every time we try and get, what's the word I'm looking for? Why is this not facing me? Every time we try and get a little, that's not good. Every time we try and get a little, how about this? Every time we try and get a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Every time we try and get, you know what? Just scratch it. It wasn't going anywhere anyway. Remember, what we are slowly. I really can't believe that this was in there. Get off at 36th Street, apartment 6H. Yeah. I gotta tell you, life in a box. I was actually thinking about having a watch along on Twitch. Anybody have Amazon Prime? We were gonna watch the new not Forever War, Tomorrow War. It starts tomorrow. Yeah, you should join up. Join my cult of guitarists. Only thing you need to do is just sort of join us, sort of not. It's not really we don't really have rules in this cult. We're the most laid back cult you're ever gonna find. Do I have to do anything? Not anything you don't wanna. What? Only thing you have to do is play guitar with us and talk smoke, and not diminish anyone else's talent as we try to learn this. Everyone in the world does not suck. Just keep reminding yourself that. Why am I even on Twitter? I don't have any followers. I tweet ridiculous stuff. You don't even want to know. So remember, we will be here 7 a.m. tomorrow. God dang it. I have to do something about it. Maybe I should just play the metronome all night. Maybe it will infuse in my head or something. But I really do think every time it goes click, 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 and I slowly get my fingers around. Thank you. I slowly get my fingers. Now let's tilt this up and out of the way. And I slowly get my fingers around it. I'm off by like half like a beat, and then off maybe a quarter beat, then off by another quarter beat. Before you know it, I'm behind a full beat. I'm chasing the metronome. Also need to get this hooked up so I can use that in this process. I use it a couple of times in cooking. I have all this cooking footage that I've never edited. And when I finally do put it up on YouTube, you're going to be like, you had a hairline and you had a six-pack. You want his gray. And I will tell you, when I was 17, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for city girls who lived up the stair. They'd ride in limousines when I was 17. Frank Sinatra, baby. Good shit. But now the days are short. I'm in the autumn of the years. We are fucking indomitable. We can fucking do this thing. Yeah, I think we can do this thing. I think the problem here comes down to will. You either want this thing or you do not want this thing. Do we want to be music people? Are we trying to be interesting, clever, witty jokes? No, not really. We're just trying to make sure we get the skill set down to like a sapling point, right? We got a seed, we germinated, we planted the plant, watered it, and it can still be knocked over by weeds or trampled dogs or like a harsh wind or a tree that soaks up its light in any way that this little burgeoning talent that we're trying to nurture and bring forth, right? We got to get it to a place where it can stand on its own. And that's your talent. Once it stands on your own, think of it as, like I said before, you planted this thing in your soul, all right? The soil of your soul. Once that musical tree, that talent blooms, it's yours forever. I'm not saying play rock music or rap music or punk music or classic. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying once you get it, you're going to naturally gravitate to the music that you like now. And it'll be great. You'll like it now. Plus, you'll understand it better, right? And you'll have an implement to jam on it, right? Is that what the kids say? No, the kids didn't say that. The last time the kids said that, it was the 70s. All right, we're going to stand up a little bit. I am completely exhausted. We're going to put this here. I'm not putting this back on. Remember what we said. We're going to have an actual guitar. An actual guitar drawing, painting. Let's close this. Now that the sun is set, as the sun slowly sets in the west. Remember, man, in a land where no one has any friends, it was in a newspaper. You know, I can't even say I'm your friend because there are nutty, kooky people out there who'll show up on your lawn. But I feel for you. You should have friends. That's as come on. That's as far as I can go because people are nuts. And I am goofy. I will give you that. But I'm not nuts. I'm not crazy. I know what the drama is. You can't reason with some people. You really can't. I've tried. Tried. I would even encourage you to try. I had training when I tried, and I was foolish for believing that everyone should try. Maybe I can't read this on stream, but I do need a good book to read. You know what? In my younger days, when my eyesight was good and my midsection was not as rotund as it is now, I would polish this book off in like 2 days. Me and my man was talking about my homies. We're talking about the Foundation series. He's been telling me I should read that book for like 20 years. And now Apple is making a movie out of it. It looks pretty good, but I don't have the Apple TV. So now I got rid of cable because there was a whole bunch of stuff I didn't want to see. I was a prisoner of cable. Now, do I need Hulu? I don't think so. I have 2 streaming services already. Do I want another one? Do I want Disney? What would I use Disney for? The Star Wars movie and the Marvel movies? How many times can I watch that before I'm completely done? And if that's the case, why don't I just own it, have a video collection? Oh, wait, I used to have a video collection, but it just kept changing the friggin' format. I had to rebuy everything. So now I don't have a video collection. Everything's up in the cloud. So yeah, it's this idea of owning stuff, but you don't really own shit. I used to buy video games and I owned them. Now all the video games are licensed. I have a Steam account, right? It's licensed, right? So I can play the game because I don't know, man. It's I got to tell you. I mean, I think witty people with their college educations have took away a lot of the small energy that you would normally get just in the society. Trying to get this thing to kind of fall right. So it is what it is. At this point, I'm going back to my spiritual beliefs. I believe God is good, but people are assholes. Um, uh, I think being spiritual helps you out. I don't know how, but I think it does. Anybody want to roll the D10 to see what we get? All right. A D10. Let's see. If we roll one to 3, we fail. If you roll 4 to 6, we don't fail as badly. If you roll 6, wait, this is only 3. Okay, 1 to 2, we fail. 3 to 4, we barely eke it out. Right? 5 to 6, we pass standardly, and 7 and 8, we pass grandly, and 9 and 10, it's just a miracle of how great it looked. Let's roll this. Let's see what we get. A 6. See? Now you notice you can only fail that if I got 1 or a 2, but we're not going to go into that. We needed a win. I could have said, 9 is great. Everything else sucks. Oh my God! I just rolled a 1. There was a time in my life where when I didn't know what to do, just like clothing, around the house, chores and stuff, I'd roll a D10. 7. Should I call her? Roll a D10. Because, sometimes you need help most. So what are we doing here? I really need to, you know what? Look at how crisp and new this book is. I don't want to open up a new book and not use it. Do we want to make this book our... Yeah, why not? I can draw a guitar in another book. This already has guitar shit in it. All right, so we're gonna... What should I put on the back of this? Tell me, people. I look forward to your comments in the chat. The throngs of us. Yeah, I need a good book to read as opposed to watching Netflix. We're gonna watch this. I guess we're gonna shut this down in about 50 seconds. It's a little after 9. This broadcast will be about 2 hours clean. I'm your boy Truist Armor on YouTube, Karma Armor on Twitch, True Armor here on Haps. We're practicing guitar every day for the next 1,000 days. We're taking them in 90-day increments. You might want to get some, because who knows? You may just need 6 months versus the 1,000 days. 6 months is half a year, which would be 150 days. 180 days, excuse me. 365. Half of 36 is 18, right? So 180 days. 365. 182 days and 12 hours. I don't want to lose people. All right, we got 45 minutes before we hit the 2 hour, or 45 minutes, 45 seconds before we hit the 2 hour mark. I am, man, I'm sort of coming awake, but it's a little too late. I'm going to go and have me beef and broccoli. I'm going to watch some nonsense on TV. And I'm going to try and do some pinky work and actually write down. I may have to watch some of these streams, but write down what we said so we get back on point. But the first thing we're doing, remember, we're learning the chorus. We're behind on it, but we have to know the chords, right? The chords are 3 notes. 3 notes make a chord, right? The root note, I think one is a tonal note, and one is Griffin distorting hat. I don't know. I'll get back to you on it. But the idea that we want to know what those notes are. This is a C, this is A, this is A. So when we need to, because the shapes travel down the neck of the guitar in different places, right? Like super. And mind you, you could be a PhD musician. I'm going through this for me and for like all us new people. So power stuff, right? So here, this is a power chord, right? Where we got, but we can move this whole thing down anywhere, right? But wherever it lands, we don't know what it is that we're landed on and what notes there are. And when you run out of space, there you go. When you run out of space, this is a A. Oh, that's horrible. I don't have a pick and I'm tired. This is an A. Where's my pick? All right. Then you can go way up here where you got no finger room, right? And this is still the same chord. And if you move it down, then you have to, right? So these are the small things we learn, and we're super excited that we're on this journey together. And I know, don't let guys who are rock stars and been in 1,000 bands poo and whatever, your dream. Fuck those guys. Excuse my language, but fuck those guys. The world has a ton of shitty people in it. You don't need to collect them. Just get rid of them and keep it moving. Like I said, I like people. That's my problem. I generally like people. There are rare people that I've run into that I don't like, but there are those people. Whereas I think other people don't like anybody, right? And there are rare people that they run into that they like. And I think we've met those people, but I think the average person just likes who they like, and that's it. I like energy. I don't know, man. It is what it is, isn't it? And that's what it is. So it's 5 minutes, 6 minutes after the hour here. I think I'm gonna roll a J in honor of not free, but like legal cannabis after fucking 150 years of bullshit. And even though I don't have any cannabis here, I'm going to read this book. This book is so fucking good. We have to find something to read on stream that isn't copywritten. Come on, guys. I'm going to clean this whole place up. I'm going to organize what I can organize. Yeah. I mean, we're going to look back at this and go, oh my God, I'm surprised that got like 50. I did that on purpose. I'm surprised that show made it like 10 episodes. 2 a day, 10 episodes. That guy's an idiot. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. And then like at show, I don't know, 50 or 60, people will be like, oh, he's all right. And then by show 200, maybe, people will be happy to go, I was one of the first guys and I got my guitar out and I played rusty string, but I played. And then who knows, maybe 10 years from now, I'll meet you on, not a flight because I don't like to fly and I don't like the boat. Maybe I'll meet you in a jog or a hike someplace. And you go, hey, I happen to have, I did what you said. And I did what you said, but like I started practicing with you and, met this girl. I got her into practicing and now look at, and 2 more musicians. See, I'm surreptitiously trying to make the world full of musicians, even as I am not a musician. I'm not a music teacher or anything. I think I want to wake up one morning and everybody plays something. I think those people will be less racist, less sexist. Don't get me wrong, musicians like ladies, and I think lady musicians like men, but none of this bullshit sexist nonsense, right? None of this aggressive evil that's going on here. And if you did see it, you can internalize it and then externalize it in a song, right? And we'll all go, oh man, I felt that same way. That's like a song that she wrote and that other lady, this is out. Look, what's going on is 50 years old. Marvin Gaye's father, there's mother, there's far too many of you crying. Brother, there's far too many of you dying. You know, we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. What is it? Picket signs? Yeah, don't punish me with brutality. Just talk to me so you can see what's going. Come on, man. It's still here. So surely you have the next great message. Surely you have to, right? I don't know, man. Um, baby, listen. This is really not that hard, right? What we're gonna do here, we're gonna move the bar. Ugh, this whole desk is disgusting. We're gonna move the bar considerably. We, you, I, us. We are gonna make guitar people. Not well, because I have a guitar, but we're gonna make music people. Um, Even the people who don't have anything watching, dude, you can get a ukulele. How much is a ukulele? Look, I know. No. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna look it up, but don't buy anything. All right. I'm not. I don't. I'm. If you were gonna do it, I think it's a good idea to do it. But if you weren't gonna do it, that's fine. But I think you can get something cheap. I don't know how to. But I think music is good. I think quit smoking, pick up a instrument, or smoke and pick up an instrument. I'm not gonna hate on you for smoking. I'm an ex-tobacco guy. Man, how much is a ukulele? I really wanted a mandolin. They're so fucking expensive. I was gonna buy one, then I got undercut by somebody. It is what it is. Charlie stick sitting in his when I've been looking at mandolin ukulele. How much is a ukulele? Ukulele. 4-string guitar, essentially. The banjo is a 5-string guitar, essentially. Guitar Center. I would totally get a uke. Oh, soprano, concert, tenor, a baritone uke. What? They're $50. 50, 30, 99, 49. 26. That don't look good. 59, 49, 33, 55, 65. Fender Venice Soprano ukulele. What? What? How much is a ukulele harp then? No, not a harp, you knuckleheads. Ukulele harp. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, a ukulele harp. $5,000? You better get the man. Ukulele harp. All right, ukulele harp. Where's the shopping? Those are $1,980. Wow. Okay. There's a ukulele with a gig bag. How much is that? $63. There's no reason people don't play more instruments. 1980, 1780, 1790. Ukulele harp. I guess you can't get cheap. Outdoor banjo, carbon, nickel, clear. Oh man. Yeah, so I don't know. Ukulele. So this is how you know you're getting old. You can get down here, but you can't get back up. At least without a lot of noise. Ouch. All right. Oh, goodness. So we are gonna wrap this thing up. It is, oh good lord, it is 9:15. Set myself on fire. It is 9:15. I could actually cut the light on a little brighter. And let's remember several things are going on here. The world is going to do what the world does, right? You and I are leads on the wind in this kind of stuff. You should have an opinion about it. You should try and work to change it if you can, but you shouldn't let it take you. You shouldn't let it consume you because there's not very much you can do unless you run for office and get actual power, right? You can just have an opinion that makes you crazy. I'm one of those people that it makes crazy. So this is why I'm doing music now. I've done other things, other creative stuff. So I'm wondering, there's got to be other people like me, right? Who are just tired of the politics and have done creative stuff, but didn't go to college for it, or just were naturally curious about art as a kid, and like I still does it, or So yeah, so whatever, how you get there. Like we just looked up ukuleles, man. They're like $60. You know what I'm saying? 4 strings. You can play all the single A's on the ukulele if you wanna. You know what I mean? And it takes about 9 months to maybe a year to get good at an instrument. It's like driving, right? You're not good at your first driving attempt, but every show, you have a box of mistakes. I'm watching. I should be looking at you, right? You have a box of yeah, I got to change where that camera is positioned. You have a box of mistakes, and let's say there are 10,000. Let's say you're gonna run through them here, right? We're gonna we just ran through a bunch today with the weird fingering and trying to get the F down. We try not to rest on our laurels because we don't really have any laurels, but we try and pat ourselves on the back when we do good. And I think we've been doing good this past month, right? Not even a month, like 2 weeks. Not even 2 weeks. Tomorrow will be the 2-week mark. Maybe someone will throw a firework parade for us, like Sunday. Because it's always the day after or so. So yeah, there's a limited amount of worry you can give to this without getting an aneurysm or a heart attack or some stress induced something or other, or needing pills. So I think this is a good fix. There are other fixes, but we chose music because people like music, right? You can go back and get a college degree and not worry about this. That's good too. Learning is learning, right? But I choose to be musical. Maybe if God favors me, I can write a tune or two. What would that tune be? It'd probably be some political bullshit. Because that's where my head is at. That and boobies. Maybe it'd be a song about boobies. But I'm a guy who don't write songs about boobies. Maybe I'll write a song about the forestation of my huge mane of hair. Because apparently someone sneaks in every night and steals some of it. Remember, you are important. But also remember, other people are important too, right? And don't buy that shit. Well, if I'm not important, if I'm important and everyone's important and they know one's important, fuck those people. Those people are idiots, right? The dark side to that nonsense of the people telling you that will then tell you who's important, right? And it will always be them. So There's a thing called rhetoric. I used to love it when I was like studying in school, even though I didn't. It's just the art. It's like the art of talking shit. That's essentially what it is. So like people in government do it all the time. They just don't curse, right? And they can talk around in circles while they get paid, and nothing gets done. And look, nothing is getting done. I mean, Biden's showing up at this Miami collapse. Is he going to get a bucket and fill it with dirt? What is he doing there? He's just in the way. It's essentially a photo op, but you can't say it's a photo op because that sounds insincere. But there's a whole lot of insincerity going on here. The people who were holding on the press conference, like, we're going to hold it up. No, you can't. I mean, you're supposed to be dispassionate professionals at that level. You can't give false hope to people. I mean, they're under millions of tons of rubble. Who are you going to find? The people who lived on the third floor of that giant building? You're not finding the people who lived on the 18th floor of the 20-story building, because that's a ton of weight on them. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. These people are just not serious. And our enemies are at the gate, but we're in the tent fighting each other. So I have to learn to play the guitar. I'm not going to fucking learn Chinese. Fuck them. Yeah, some of us are not going out like that. So yeah, the British are coming. Yeah, the British came back and they fucking owned the place. And they only stepped aside so the Chinese could get in here. Yeah, so look at me. I'm spilling political stuff all over my brand new music pod. Look, it's what it is. You are hardworking. I'm not American. You might be somebody else, but you are a hardworking citizen of the world, right? And I'm sure your government, like the American government or other governments, play these loose and ridiculous games and want you to support whatever ridiculous game they have going on in your sphere of the place. Here in America, man, there's a lot of games, baby. And I've been following my whole life, and I was an avid participant. But you get too old and you just kind of go, what? I can't chase that rabbit anymore, right? Other people are trying to stop chasing the rabbit, but they live under authoritarian systems and no one cares. Like the people of Hong Kong are going to be erased. The city will be there and no one will care. I find that amazing. But, you fucking stand up for all these other people. But you make all these shitty, convenient deals for yourself, and you just abandon all these people to the darkness, right? I don't know. At least Jimmy Carter gave away the Panama Canal, right? No lives were changed. But the idea that you go, okay, you guys are now Chinese. You were once British citizens. Now you're all Chinese. You know what you should have did? You should have let them all move to Britain. How would that have worked for you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh my God! It's one of the major fuck ups of the last 1,000 years. It really is. It really is. But you can't move a city of how many people lived in Hong Kong back then? A city of 7 million people. You can't move them into London, right? They moved 100, 200, 100. Let's say 200,000 people from Cuba into Miami, and it totally changed to this day. Totally changed the political outcome of that city, that state. To this day, Black people no longer have a voice in Florida because all these people. And for years, they insisted on we do something about Castro. They came here and insisted on the American government dealing with Castro. They weren't just have to be out and out of Castro's reach and going on. They wanted the American apparatus to do, so they essentially came here, became political, and moved us in a place where we never would have been with, and it wasn't a good thing. Stop acting like we should have done it, right? No, we shouldn't have done it. So, but now, Miami is all Cuban, and anti-voting rights and all this shit that black people who like, and I say black people, descendant of slaves like myself versus people who came here from Cuba, not Cuba, from the Caribbean or Africa. So, I mean, you people are being what's the word I'm looking for? People's patience are being tried with this country, and it's these rules that don't make any sense that then down the line are hugely problematic. Like we've been doing business with China, and China's our enemy. So now China is super rich now, and we're going through a fucking depression. What? How are you not a traitor? How did that? What? Man, these greedy politicians. So when they come for, remember, it's not because of my guitar playing, it's because of my political acumen is fucking on fire. You know what I'm saying? I mean, good sweet Jesus. But that's another thing. I need to get back to a regular life for me and stop watching this stuff, and maybe I'll try and meet a nice lady and get a dog and settle into a nice quiet life of gaming and guitar playing with no TV, because every time I cut the TV on, I'm just kind of like, arrest everybody. That this whole Donald Trump thing is just really hysterical. Like you said, he was the worst criminal ever, and you got him on like some trivial nonsense, and like 2 counts of it. You say he was a criminal mastermind, though. Why are you in government? Right? You're obviously using the levers, the apparatus of government for fuckery, right? And I tell people, I think the people who put people in jail in this country can put like an innocent poor person in jail, lickety split like that. But when you really need to solve crime, to know who did it, you only have a few of those people who can do it, right? But everybody wants to walk around like they can do it, like they're the one. And I think that's a problem. I really do. I think a lot of these people are the problem. Everybody's a lawyer, but then they all go into government, and they're just essentially people with advanced degrees, but they're not good at it, right? And don't get me wrong, you can only, like, a lot of people write songs. You can only have so many rock stars, so many pop stars, right? I mean, you can have so many lawyers, right? There's some famous ones like Clarence Darrow, and a lot of the founders were lawyers. Get out of here. But at the end of the day, most people weren't. And here's another thing I tell you about lawyering. You should be able to be a lawyer if you study. Why can't you? Because it's a union gig, right? The bar is bullshit. Abraham Lincoln studied and became a lawyer. Well, I mean, here's the good thing. Here in Virginia, you can still do it the way Abraham Lincoln did it. But people come in and they get up themselves, and then they shut the door behind them. And all of a sudden you're pinned in with bullshit. Right? If you have a mind to understand what they're writing in these books, right? Why can't you? Well, you didn't go to school where you don't have this degree that we said, fuck you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's fuckery. I mean, and I've had this conversation before, and people always say, well, you expect that. No, we're not talking fucking doctors, you knucklehead. We're talking about the art of rhetoric. Nobody's cutting anybody open. You should always have a degree to be a doctor, a advanced degree, and you should be good at it. And a lot of doctors who are doctors shouldn't be doctors. They were just good in school, right? And some people have been doing it too long. They're just miserable at it, just because they just been doing it too long. I find a lot of cops are that way. But law is not that. It really is not that. And we had a president who did it. How dare they cut your throat? I mean, you know what I mean? It's just so they can charge you $1,500 billable hours. And they don't want, for all you know, they call them jailhouse lawyers. People sit there and study, and they get themselves out. They get themselves, they didn't go to law school. Why can't you do it? Because they shut you out. The art of America is shutting you out of your system. They shut black people out, and you laughed about it. And now all these white folks are shut out. And the only people who can get a break come here from other countries with foreign money. and they set up these fifth column. They start getting involved in the politics, and they just either slow the machine down or clog it with gristle, so nothing happens. And I think that's why China ate our lunch. I really do. All right, boys and girls, it is 2:25. We're gonna end this thing in 3 minutes. I'm gonna start apologizing now because I said a lot of stuff here on the last 10 minutes. I'm right, but I still have to apologize because I want you to come back. We are guitarists. I am an ex Politico. I want good things for me. I want good things for you. However, I think in order to get those good things, we have to reawaken our discipline, and we have to reawaken our loyalty and friendships, right? So if you don't have friends, try and make some. And don't be fake about it. Just like start a conversation, go, I was like this guy, and they were saying that people don't have, don't say that immediately because then you'll sound crazy. But like, if you're political, I don't know, if you're conversational, start it, but bring it up like the third tier in and see what whoever you're talking to thinks about that. Because they may go, everyone always says I got tons of friends, and that's not really true. People know a lot of people. People have a lot of acquaintances, and acquaintances are people at work. They're like the mailman you may say hey to. You don't know if he's got wife or kids or a puppy or a dog or when his birthday is, right? So it's people that you're quote unquote familiar with, but you're not intimate with, right? Intimacy is like your brother and your sister and your mom and dad. People know your birthday, if you're allergic to this, they have this intimate connection to you. Yeah. So if like, it's important to have friends. It's important to love people, right? What is it? There's 5 types of love, right? There's friendship love, how you love your homies. There's romantic love, how you love your girlfriend. There's paternal and fraternal love, right? Of parents, how parents love their kids is different than how they love each other, and different from how they love their brothers and sisters, right? What is the other two? I forget them, but there's a bunch of them, right? I love my dog Sydney. That was slightly different. So I think people just really need to unwind slightly, and I think the government doesn't know what to do with people because everybody's unhappy. So they're just going to make weed legal everywhere because one, they're broke, they need money, gave it all to fucking China, and two, and I remember they were selling shit off to China in the 80s. So it took China 80, 90, 2000, 2010, 2020. It took China 50 years. Wait, it wasn't 50 years since the 1980s, 90s, 2000, 2010, 2020, 40 years. Yeah, 40 years to eat our lunch, to buy into the arrogance of these rich people who don't pay taxes, don't fight wars, don't do work, rape women at work, all this kind of evil shit. The American government is essentially the Catholic Church. But the enemy's at the door. So while you kept power here, saying the blacks are coming, or the women are coming, or the gays are coming, or the this are coming to maintain power, they ate our lunch, and you helped out. You took a check from them while you sold us out to them. I think no one is going to be able to say it otherwise. I mean, look at the financials. I'm not great at the financials, but Jesus Christ, gas is going up. There's food shortages, or like nobody's talking about it, but you can't get chicken wings. Okay, how long does it take the system to restart? And until then, how much am I going to be paying for chicken wings? Still a shortage on toilet paper. All these goofy things that you think, like in the Soviet Union crash, right? China did essentially what we did to the Soviet Union. When the Soviet Union crashed, they were showing tapes of like supermarkets. There was no food on the shelves, And I don't know if that was every place, but it's the situation has to get fixed. I wonder who is going to fix it. I just don't think this president is equipped to do it. I think he's past his prime by a lot. Said all this stuff to win the election. Where is this P tape, for God's sakes? It's about getting you to hate your fellow American. But we'll see what happens, man. All right. We slightly off the rails. Um, Talked a little bit about what happened today. I hope you come back. I know you didn't come in for the politics. Um, we talked earlier about Bill Cosby getting out of jail, and the town that is Hollywood, California, right? Uh, it is what it is. I don't want to keep being moved by the stories of the super rich. I want you to fix my problem. How's that? Or I want somebody down here with me to run for office and win, like Marcia Fudge, right? She looks to be well ahead, but then here comes Clyburn with his nonsensory ridiculousness. Uh, he's been there too long. He hasn't done anything. I mean, some of y'all need to get some of these ridiculous people out of Congress. Seriously, you're making me crazy. You just support them like they're a rock star because it's a TV show. You better know what they're doing, and what they're doing is nothing. So I am going to have some beef and broccoli, and I'm going to try and find a riff to play. I'm going to start working on this thing so we know the notes. We have to know the notes. I'm really sorry about that, guys. Oh my God, I missed it for like 4 days. It was more than 4 days. What is it? Thursday? Dougie left Monday, and we were talking about notes last week. I want to say Tuesday. So we wrote some stuff down. We kept it in mind. We practiced. We remembered the notes. They came through. Then we didn't do the notes from Thursday. We haven't done them in a week. We haven't done them in a week. We wrote those 4 down. We didn't wrote the 5th one, the D, down. And then we learned 3 more, right? Then we learned. Well, we wrote those 4 down. We knew the D, but we learned 2 more. We learned the power chord, which it doesn't sort of have notes, but it has sort of a position. And we learned the E, which we didn't write down the notes of. And we learned the hello, Sam, hello, Francisco. And we learned the E minor, and we just learned the F. But we have to learn this in a way that seeps into our subconsciousness, right? So I figure as we learn it, we might as well know these chords, right? It's super important, and that way we can better operate the board down the line. Because like I said, if we're gonna know a whole bunch of chords by the time we start reading music, and we go, you won't have to go, what's that chord? I know that one already, right? So it's the idea of you reading a map, never having gone anyplace, but you read the map of, let's say, New York City, a grid system, right? And then all of a sudden we fly in, and you know the map, and you know the streets go and we go, we're going to this restaurant. It's at it's at 33rd and 3rd. You go, I know what that is, right? I know how to get there because I studied the subway system and the bus route. So yeah, I know exactly where that is. And as a matter of fact, there's a shortcut here, right? That's true, right? You can be that dude. So it's the same. That person is dude. My colloquialisms. It's the same thing. So we're gonna learn all these chords and all these notes, and we know the fretboard. And then once we get a song out, and we're gonna start learning the sheet music of it. What is that called? Not the scale. What is that called? Good Lord, man. I've known it my whole life now. All of a sudden, I can recall it. The musical staff? Is that the word? Staff? Music. Yeah, it's a set of 5 parallel. So, yeah, so the staff. That is staff, not staff. I was going to the staff, STAFF. And I knew that was wrong. Staffs. Right? So, we're going to learn the staffs, right? Like we did, I want to say 6 or 7 days ago. I'm going to start keeping a log of what show we're doing. So we look back and go, remember in show number 3 or show number 14 or show number 30 or show number 700. Yeah, so we want to sort of know the staff so we can read music, because the whole point of this is we want to be able to pick up an instrument, right? Flute, recorder, not necessarily the drums. Okay, flute, recorder. What am I looking for? I'm looking for. What am I looking? Don't knock that over. My harmonica. Flute, recorder, harmonica. Yeah, there's a lot of shit in here. There's a lot of musical stuff in here for someone who doesn't play music, which I finally learned late in life that I am, like I said before, I'm a unrealized musician or a late bloomer or whatever. I've always been obsessed with it. Now we're just gonna learn how to read music, because I think if I can learn this how to read music with some people, I can play the guitar or the piano or whatever just by knowing what the fretboard is. Nobody's trying to be a virtuoso. And if you've learned some stuff before, it's cool that you pick it up again, and then you can be the virtuoso. Or you can, slide up to some new. There's a lot of people teaching good stuff on YouTube, right? And like I said, we're sort of winging it and having fun with it, but we still want to get there. And again, I can't apologize enough. I know I've apologized like thrice already. You know how far along we would be if we didn't forget to remember the notes, because we learned like 7 chords this week. We kept mentioning, we're like, oh, look at us. Woo-hoo. But now we're sort of slightly behind. But we do heavy hours, right? So I think we can make that up. If this was guitar practice, this is 2 hours and 40 minutes now. How long is a guitar practice? 45 minutes, right? So this is like 4 guitar practices, right? So that's what we do, and we're not like I always say, we're not tiger miming it, where where I hit your hands with it like a ruler if you don't do it tight. We take some time off, we tell some stupid jokes, we look stuff up, but we're always trying to progress, because remember, we're looking at a date here. I have middle of August to get good at the metronome. I don't know what I'm going to do if I'm not, but I'm shooting to. I should be able to be good at the metronome by then, or better at it by then. And somewhere around January, we wanted to learn our first song, but a friend of mine was telling me, you don't need January. Like most people learn as they play, they learn because I guess teachers know you get bored. But so yeah, right. But we're also slowly in our head knowing that you can make a song with the 3 or 4 chords, right? And we know 8, so you can start writing songs right now. I used to write poetry. Maybe I'll write a song right now, right? And that's the fun of it, right? It should be fun. It shouldn't be a punishment. It should be fun. That is it, man. That is it, baby Bubba. We have to get these chords down. Oh, we have to practice standing up more versus sitting down, because there's a different angle to it. And like I said, most people you see playing music are standing up unless they're drummers or piano players, right? And we wanna be good. Now, I'm not saying we're gonna be touring, but we want to be good, right? We don't want to just be good enough to fiddle and fuck around. We want to be able to go, oh, I like this song, and we're gonna try and do some playing by ear stuff too. So you'll be at least be able to go, okay, I think I get it. I can get close to it, and that's what we want. I feel I can get close to that with my guitar or my piano or my flute or my harmonica. Where's my harmonica? Oh, I dropped it. There you go. So, but yeah, so I think the magic opens up is after we learn like all these chords. After we learn all these chords and we learned the fretboard, then I think it's all going to begin to come together. Once we begin like a good week of the staff stuff, and then start like learning really simple songs, really simple melody. And I think by like I want to say October, but something tells me way before October. By October, we're going to be at show like 300. But somewhere around like, and mind you, we're doing 2 days, right? So somewhere around maybe after August, but September, maybe in September, October. I guess it's 90 days between those two. So I think somewhere around there, we can actually begin to like grab a piece of sheet music, go, this is a G. We know that one. This is a, okay. We know all these chords. We don't have to study them. And they go here, and we're tighter with the metronome, and they go here, and we know all the notes of the guitar. So and the only thing we have to start learning is uh shorthand. They have like triangles and what a diminished is. So all that comes when we start learning the staff. So we're not. I mean, I feel bad about not doing the notes like I said, but I think we're right. I think if we're on our game, right, we'll have a healthy enough understanding of fun music to make music. And if you happen to have a keyboard or a freaking drum machine in your house, like when I was a kid, a 4-track machine was like God because everybody loved rap then. If you can, and now everything is a 24-track machine that you could keep it simple. You and a guitar and a voice, or you guitar and a drum machine and a voice, or you and a guitar and like a track with a flute in it, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, look at me, and nobody's saying that the media will run to your door to hear your beautiful dulcet tones. I'm just saying you'll be able to do it. Maybe you won't ever show them to anybody. The woman was from Alabama. Which woman? uh so it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's it's an adventure that you want to take, right? Because like I keep saying, once you know it, it's yours forever, and it's fun. It's more fun to do it with people. So like the proverb goes that we looked up like 2 hours ago. Like if you want to go far, no, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together, right? So we're going far. We're going together. And then after we get there together, you can then shoot off further alone, as fast as you want to, and be, Lewis and Clark on your own, and maybe you'll find more chords, or maybe you'll, oh, Bamalama, right? Black Betty, okay, all right, I like it. I'm sorry, I like it. Um, so yeah, we're gonna do this. Please come back, Black Betty. Be awesome to have you here. That's such a groovy ass name. Oh, Black Betty, Bam Lamb. Yes, yes, yes. I wonder if we can. Nah, that's probably. What is the Black Betty? I wonder. Is that a blues beat that we can learn? It's probably a little too past us, right? Ram Jam. All right. Where's the music? Music. All right. So what are we looking at here? Video location budget. This is sheet music. How about tutorial? Let's do that. You know what I might do? Black Betty tutorial. Was it really first released in 1939? Oh, wow. That's awesome. All right. So maybe that's what the Bamalam is. It's a gunshot. What? I love trivia. And this whole thing has opened up a whole new like section for my trivia lust, like music trivia by Lead Belly. This one says Ram Jam. Black Betty YouTube. But that's the famous. I remember Lead Belly. I don't remember. But I know of the guitarist Lead Belly and his storied life. Black Betty, 20th century African American work song. Huddy, Lead Betty, Lead Better. Lead Belly, Lead Better. Released in 1939. What is the tutorial on that? Tutorial. Yes. Love it acoustic. Wow. You are super informative. I love it. Jam on 2 3. We're going to the double so yeah, there is lessons for. Is it easy to learn? Is Blackberry easy to learn for new people? Is Blackberry easy to learn? How to play Blackberry by Ram Jam Classic, Ram Jam Blackberry. Why is everything Ram Jam? I guess that's the most recent one. Huh. Wow. I'm gonna look into that. Right. So yeah, that makes sense. If it was a military musket song, the 1800s. What's now? I gotta. Where is Wikipedia on Black Betty? Take it easy. Take it easy. All right. Wikipedia. Here you go. Meaning and origin. Early recordings. All right. Well, yeah, this only goes from the original song, early recording, post 1939 Ram Jam version format track. I wonder if where is disambiguous? There is no disambiguous. Huh. It's amazing. All right, so it doesn't mention it in the guitar chords are B5 through the verse and chorus with an A5 and a D5 after each line. See, we're super new. We don't even know what a B5 and an A5 and a D5 are. So we're gonna look that up right now. Is that B5? B5. Oh, B5. Yeah, all these slang terms we have to write down. We're gonna have to keep like a dictionary. Why is it called B5? How's that? I'm sliding into YouTube. This is what I do at my time, which is why I'm so like I get into these political arguments and I freaking make people crazy because I've read like 30 articles by the time I've met you and we're having this conversation. You know what I mean? I think it's one of those songs where it's riff driven, although I'm not sure about the acoustic version. Really? Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. If it's on the American pop charts, it's on everybody's pop charts. Um, why B? Why is it called? Why is it called B5? Why is it called B5 on the guitar? All right. It should be noted here that half diminished chord pretty much always functions as a two Roman numeral or something. Okay. What is an M7 B5 half diminished chord? The minor 7 B5 or half diminished chord. Why? I mean, oh my God. I may have to get a teacher just to explain to me what a B5 is. Built on a C root, we have C, E flat, G flat, B flat, respectively. The root, then the M3, the diminished 5, and the M7. In a chart, it may be found written as CM7, C minor 7, B5 as CO with a slash through it. Woo! I can feel my head swelling up. Power chord. Okay, right. 2-finger power chord. Easy to play if you're a beginner. Right, I'm super beginner. It's B5 because it has the fifth note at the scale. Okay. It's called a power chord because it sounds powerful and it's used in rock and roll. Right. I thought it was called a power chord because a chord has three, and this is doing the same work with just one less finger. So that's why I thought it was a power chord. It's more powerful with less info. I'm gonna really have to how to play the B5 power chord on the guitar. Ooh, excuse me. B5, B5, B5. Minor, diminished, augmented, major, dominant 7, augmented 7, dominant 7, B5, minor 7, minor, major 7, half diminished, diminished 7. What does all that mean? I know what a major is, and I know what a minor is. Augmented, diminished, major 7, 135, 7, dominant 135, 7, 135, B7, excuse me. So the B5. Wow, okay. I'm falling into a hole. All right, I'm falling into a hole. Wait, hold on. I want to see that again because I want like. Right. So if I can remember this, that B5 guitar chord, that the B5 guitar chord looks like B. That's the 7th fret. This is the 7th fret. What fret is this? This is the 4th fret. So where's the 1st fret? Where's this on the 1st fret? That's the 3rd fret. This is the 8th fret. That's the 3rd fret. This is the 4th fret. Where's the 1st fret? B5 guitar chord. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. It sort of looks like. No, it's not. All right. Ouch. All right. So what do we got here? 244XX. I guess they mean this. 2. All right. So is that it? 2. It's very much, but this is 3 fingers. For example, B5, B1, C2, C3 sharp 3, D4. I'm hold on. B5, right? B1, C2. I don't know what that means. C sharp and 3D, 4, D sharp 5B equals E A D G B. Right. First is E, second is B. Right. Second fret, second string. Right. Second fret, second string. Right. E A D G. My B string. First is E. Right. Second is B. Oh, you're going up from the bottom, second fret, second fret. All right. So what am I looking at? That's what you look up some chords, and it's hard to find out unless they number what fret, and they hardly ever do. I want to find this on the 1st fret. Where's this on the 1st fret? I think this is the 1st fret. So it's this. Even though this is weird, why would that say 244? Right. I think it's telling me where it wants me to put my fingers on the 1st fret, which is here. Ugh, that is horrible. I'm leaning. Ugh. Second string. Actually, sorry, B5. Even flat and sharp. Right. Okay. I think you might be throwing a little too much information at me. Plus, it's harder to translate like in writing in text, so that because you have to leave a lot out. But I do. We learned the strings. First thing we learned, Which oddly enough still sort of like doesn't come to me as easy as it should. I have to go wait. Okay. Um, uh, I did learn what a triangle is, which is major, right? There's a lot of this stuff that you got to keep tight. Um, yeah. Whew. But all right. Where's my? Where's my? It's in the other room. All right. I have a excellent book for that, which is a guitar grimoire, but it's right here. So let me see if I can look up a B5 real fast. Giant book, and I don't know what I'm scale tones and where is it? B5. B plus F sharp. Yeah, this is great because it has all the chords in several ways. Finger positioning on one, intervallic formula on another. I don't even know what that means. And then there has the notes, and then it also has what it looks like on the staff. So you get 3 bits of information per chord, 4 bits of information per chord, which is great. So B flat diminished, I guess that is. Good Lord, I can't look this up right now. All right, we're gonna crash this out, guys. It has been 3 hours. Wow. Okay, this is a half hour shorter than yesterday. No, actually, it's 90 minutes shorter than yesterday. I will be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. We're gonna run through some finger chords. We might run through this B5 thing once we figure it out, which would mean 8 chords, people, that we learned. And remember, another reason to be like a music person is because people do what Black Betty did, right? She came in, she gave us information. I'm assuming uh, 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 about power chords. Come on, man, this tongue is not new. Power chords on the B chord, right? A couple of days ago, someone told us about the power chord. I don't even think it has a name that we moved around all day today. So, I mean, musicians are happy to share what they know with you. It's a really good community to be a part of. And you can start any. Let's stop this. You can start at any time, right? So yeah, but it's discipline. We're about discipline. We can do it. And we're not. What's the word I'm looking for? We're not. Not we are not, but I don't think musicians are. They let a lot of stuff go. It goes into the music. I can't say they let it go. They internalize it differently, right? So this is what you want to be a part of. Yeah. So we have to look up B5. I will see you, like I said, tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. We're going to do more practicing with the electric. Night shows will likely be more. Maybe the morning show should be standing up. More standing up, because standing up is different than sitting down. We know that we know we need to work on our metronome. We know we need to crunch the notes when we do the chords, so it all solidifies into one fantastic ball of wonderment. And once it goes and you finally get it, man, the world is your oyster. We also need to practice with our eyes. Someone said not a bandage, like a bandana. But someone else said like practice in the dark. Maybe we just close our eyes, because the idea is we want to be able to get our sense memory in our fingers and have them. We can not all the time stare at, but take our eyes off and kind of get it moving. And remember, we want to know music, because if you're driving in your car and that song comes to you, you'll know the words, right? You can you can write down the melody of it, and that's important. And then you can take it back to the house and play it on your piano or your guitar or your ukulele. yeah, I think we got this. I think we we got not distracted. We took a slight detour. No harm, no foul. No, we're not blaming anybody. Slight detour. We're doing this on our schedule, 1,000-day schedule, but still our schedule. We're not going to miss any days. 7 a.m. Tomorrow morning, 7 p.m. tomorrow night, 7 a.m. the day after that, which is Saturday. That will probably run long. I actually may order in some food uh, and write up a list of the things that we need to do. I might actually stream me making these guitar things that we can stick on the wall, just so, because I think that's important too. Even though we're not playing, it's guitar on our mind. It's music. We're drawing a fretboard and putting the notes up there, right? So it's still, it's still that connection. But yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it in a few months. Not a few months, from my mouth to God's ears, right? Uh, we're gonna be playing our favorite rock tunes from from Light FM. Um, I will see you guys in the next one. This stream has been 3 hours long. I thank you for your time, your commitment. Thank you very much, Black Betty. I super appreciate you. Super duper appreciate you. I'm gonna look to follow you on YouTube. Um, I'm a fan now. I'm a super duper fan of yours. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. I will see you tomorrow, 7 a.m. I will wish you a happy 4th of July, but I'm going to see you on the 4th of July. At least for a little bit. Holidays, we should probably have augmented shows, right? Smaller ones. That makes sense. So maybe it'll be 10 minutes tops. We'll call it that. 20-minute tops is what we'll call it. And we'll wish you all well, and have a beer on us. And if you're not American, it's always a good excuse to have a beer on your homies, right? It is 5 after the hour. This is about where we end it. I want to thank all of you. I will see you in the next one. Peace.